Dear students, we have finished introduction part of acid, preparation of acid, properties of acid and chemical properties of acid with some reactions. Now we are moving further towards base. Now what is base? Base is something, substance or that thing when it reacts with acid, it will give salt and water. Means you can say any chemical or any substance when react with acid, it will give salt and water only. Then you can say that the given substance is base. Here we will take one example. HCl plus zinc oxide gives H2O plus ZnCl2. यहाँ पर हमने देखा कि इस रिएक्शन में एसिड जो हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड है वो जिंक ऑक्साइड के साथ रिएक्शन करके आपको केवल वाटर और एक सॉल्ट दे रहा है. जैसा कि हमने ऊपर पढ़ा है कि रिएक्शन जब सॉल्ट एंड वाटर मिल तब हम ये कहेंगे कि ये एक बेस है. मीन्स दिस जिंक ऑक्साइड इज अ बेस. In second reaction, sulfuric acid, this we already know it is acid, comes in contact with magnesium hydroxide. We have studied in a last class that oxides and hydroxides of metals are bases. So this hydroxide when comes in contact with H2SO4, you will get magnesium sulfate and H2O. So you can say magnesium hydroxide is a base. Here we will see one more thing, that lead oxide, lead dioxide. There PbO is also there and PbO2 is also there. In this reaction you will see that it gives H2O plus lead chloride plus Cl2 gas. You can later balance it. So it's not a big issue. The problem with this reaction is that with water and salt, it is also giving chloride gas. Means हमने बेस में पढ़ा है कि केवल सॉल्ट एंड वाटर मिलना चाहिए, पर इस रिएक्शन में आपको मिल रहा है वाटर, सॉल्ट प्लस क्लोरीन गैस. So we can say that lead dioxide is not a base. So here you will write when it gives products other than water and salt, it is not base. So in this reaction we are clearly seeing that it is releasing chloride. So we can say that this is not a base. What is not a base? This lead oxide. So it is very common that there are so many oxides which are not base. Means we can say that some oxides are base but not all oxides are base. One more example I am giving. Hydrochloric acid plus manganese dioxide gives H2O plus MnCl2 plus Cl2 gas. So here also you can clearly see this is not a base. So we can clearly identify by the reaction that base is a substance when react with acid, the product will be only salt and water. That time we can say that a particular thing is a base. Now different types of bases. First, water soluble base. Water soluble base. What is water soluble base? Water soluble base are those which dissolved in water. Now examples sodium hydroxide, oxides of sodium, potassium hydroxide, K2O, ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. So here we can say that these are oxides of sodium and hydroxides of sodium, as well as potassium oxides and hydroxides and oxides, ammonium hydroxides and calcium hydroxide. This is in a partial form, means it is not clearly soluble, it is partially soluble. So these are all water soluble bases. When they come in contact with water, they will release OH ion. So here these are also known as alkalis. Now what are alkalis? Alkalis are those bases which gives OH ions when come in contact with water. Means when we will dissolve this with water, we will get OH ions. So we can say that all alkalis are bases. Now, water insoluble base. What are water insoluble bases? They are zinc oxide, magnesium oxide, magnesium hydroxides. There are so many bases which are water insoluble, means when we try to dissolve them in water, they will not release OH minus ion. These are the all examples of water insoluble bases. Now we can see here, they do not release all the times OH minus ion, but here they will release OH ions. So all the bases are all the alkalis are bases, but we cannot say that all the bases are alkali. So the basic difference is all bases are not alkalis. They are also bases, but they will not, it is not necessary that they will release OH minus ion. So only these are known as alkalis which release OH negative ion, where in this we can see so many bases which are not releasing OH ions, which are not having OH minus ions. So they are also bases. So all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Now third point, strength of bases. There are two types of base, strong and weak. All those bases which are alkalis are very strong bases, like NaOH, KOH. All the alkalis which we have studied here are very, very strong base, means they will release all OH ions. Weak bases are zinc oxide that we have studied here, that is magnesium oxide, calcium oxide, MgO. Here we can see that they are not releasing too much of OH ions, so they are weak in nature. And all the alkalis are oxides and hydroxides of sodium and potassium, and ammonium hydroxide and partially calcium hydroxide. These are all strong and weak bases. Now preparation of bases. How we can prepare bases? For preparation of bases, there is a simple method that we can add metal and water. Simply cold water, because metals are highly reactive. Simply by adding cold water, we can make some bases. Here like sodium plus H2O, you will get NaOH. So sodium hydroxide plus H2, potassium plus H2O gives potassium hydroxide plus H2. Calcium plus H2O gives calcium hydroxide plus H2. So this is a very simple reaction. Just by adding metal you can make alkalis, means dissolving metals in water you will get just alkaline or alkali bases. These are all the reactions which are done in cold water, but it is not possible to dissolve all the metals in cold water or simply form the reaction. So in this what we can do is how to make some insoluble bases. These are all soluble bases, so they can easily dissolve in water. When insoluble bases comes, that time we have to take extra thing. So for preparation of insoluble bases, we have to react something which is soluble with alkali, because alkalis are very strong in nature. So when we will dissolve the soluble salts of some salts of metals with alkali, then we will get insoluble bases. Let's take an example here. For insoluble bases, we have to take soluble salts. So what are soluble salts? Generally all nitrate salts are soluble plus alkali. What are alkali? KOH, NOH and other things. We will get insoluble bases. Now take some examples. Zinc nitrate plus NaOH will give zinc hydroxide plus sodium nitrate. This is an also example of simple double decomposition or double dissociation reaction. These are getting interchanged. So this nitrate goes with sodium and zinc goes with hydroxides. So simply we can understand here that they are going double displacement reaction. Another example, copper nitrate plus NaOH gives copper hydroxide plus sodium nitrate. So these are examples of preparation of insoluble bases by using soluble salts. What are soluble salts? All salts of nitrates, means where nitrates are used. What are nitrates? These are nitrates. So nitrates when come in contact with alkalis are very strong bases. They will give insoluble base plus sodium salt of nitrate. So this is all about preparation of insoluble bases. Now we will see the properties of bases. How they react with different indicators. Indicators plays very important role in identifying the presence of base. So different indicators in presence of different base behave differently. So litmus, first of all, it is a most important indicator. In the litmus, in red litmus paper, it will convert into blue. Phenolphthalein. In this indicator, it will convert into pink, means whenever base is there, the solution will convert into pink. Methyl orange. In presence of base, methyl orange converts into yellow color. Now universal indicator. In the universal indicator, you will see all the colors you know as Vibgyor. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. These are all 7 colors. So in presence of base, what you will see, that green is indicator of neutral, and from green to violet it shows the presence of base, and from towards red it shows acid. So when in presence of base, you will see the color changes to violet, indigo or blue. The more it is towards violet, it is more or highly basic. More it is towards the green, it is changing towards neutral. And when it shifts towards yellow, orange, red, then it means it is acid. Now another indicator is a pH scale that we have already studied in acid also. In pH scale, when pH of the solution or substance is more than 7, means 7.1 to 14. When it ranges from 7.1 to 14, then we can say it is a base. It is always more than 7. So you can say that the given substance is base. So this is how we can identify or see the properties of bases in presence of all these indicators. Thank you for today's class. I hope you will stay safe in your home. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day. We'll continue with next class.